A former associate of Hunter Biden testifies on how involved Joe Biden was in his son's business deals. And there's a new resource for the millions of Americans struggling with long COVID. The rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Today is Tuesday, August 1st. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. A former business partner of Hunter Biden testified for more than 5 hours before the Republican-led House Oversight Committee on Monday as the investigation into Biden family businesses continues, and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle walked away with different viewpoints on what was revealed. According to those present during the closed-door questioning, Devin Archer, who served with Hunter on the board of Burisma, testified that President Joe Biden was never directly involved in his son's financial dealings, but Hunter would often put his father on speakerphone to impress clients and business associates. New York Representative Dan Goldman, who was representing Democrats inside the room, told reporters that Archer testified that Hunter sold, quote, the illusion of access to his father.
It was abundantly clear, and the witness stated unequivocally, that there is no evidence in his possession or his knowledge that Joe Biden ever discussed business with Hunter Biden. Joe Biden ever did anything on behalf of Hunter Biden's business interests or otherwise, never changed official policy in any way, shape, or form.
The committee's chair, Representative James Comer, said Archer testified that Joe Biden was put on the phone to sell, quote, the brand. Comer said the testimony shows, quote, Joe Biden lied to the American people when he said he had no knowledge about his son's business dealings. Archer's attorney issued the following statement, quote, we are aware that all sides are claiming victory following Mr. Archer's voluntary interview today. But all Devin Archer did was exactly what he said he would do, show up and answer the questions put to him honestly and completely. The White House issued a statement of its own saying the testimony fell short of House Republicans promising to deliver, quote, bombshell evidence. About 200 Haitians marched through their capital city in protest of the kidnapping of an American nurse and her daughter in Haiti last week. Alex Dorsainville works for El Roy Haiti, a nonprofit Christian ministry. She was working at a clinic last Thursday when armed men broke in and took her and her daughter. Some members of the local community said the kidnappers asked for $1 million in ransom, as is typical for Haitian gangs to do following a kidnapping. However, U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller refused to say Monday whether the abductors made any demands.
If those who have abducted her have requested anything from the U.S. government?
Again, I just think it would be inappropriate and to comment on details. You shouldn't read into that one way or the other, what the answer might be. But because it's an ongoing law enforcement situation, those are obviously quite sensitive, and I just don't want to comment on.
According to a local nonprofit, there have been hundreds of kidnappings in Haiti this year alone. Thursday's kidnapping came the same day the State Department advised Americans to avoid traveling to Haiti and ordered non-emergency personnel to leave the country over kidnapping concerns. After 31 days of consecutive 110-degree days, Phoenix, Arizona snapped its heat streak record, cooling to a still scorching 108 degrees on Monday. But the first time the city has seen a day below 110 in an entire month. The cool front, if you can call it that, created by a round of thunderstorms, will be short-lived. Temps are expected to creep back above 110 by the end of the week as the dog days of summer roll on. Anywhere from 8 to 23 million Americans have developed long COVID after being infected with the virus, meaning their symptoms lingered for months or even years. Now there's a government resource available to aid people living with long COVID. A new long COVID research team will study the condition and help those diagnosed. Clinical trials are launching under the new government program aimed to prevent long COVID and treat some of its symptoms like extreme fatigue, a common side effect in 4 out of every 5 long COVID patients. Doctors are still unsure why some people get it and others don't. Hollywood is grieving the loss of 2 actors from 2 different eras. Paul Reubens, best known for his role as Pee Wee Herman for decades, died at the age of 70. Reubens was battling cancer for 6 years. And Angus Cloud from HBO's hit show Euphoria has died at the age of 25. Cloud played the character of Fez, who became a fan favorite over 2 seasons. There was no cause of death released. Family said Cloud was struggling with the recent passing of his father, who he buried last week. In an update from Monday's rundown, the bright X atop the company's San Francisco headquarters has been removed just a few days after its installation. The logo was part of Elon Musk's rebranding of Twitter, but the city says X failed to apply for the proper permits to install the sign and had received about 24 complaints about its bright lighting. Those are your top stories this Tuesday morning. Thank you for choosing Straight Arrow News as your trusted source. Be sure to check out more of our work at san.com and subscribe to The Rundown as a podcast to hear from us every weekday morning. Unbiased, straight facts, that's Straight Arrow News. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.